The first feelings with the new ZX10RR are quite new actually, especially from the outside. Everyone can see the fairing is quite different. So even the cockpit position is very different. More coverage for my shoulders, for example.
We have a new fairing, and this has been done to help, of course, the aerodynamics in terms of speed, but also in the same time, give a big help in terms of wheelie and downforce.
For me personally, the biggest step in the 2021 machine is how I can stop the bike with these new upgrades. I feel a lot more confident on the front of the bike, which as a rider is one of the key areas. If you feel confident on the front, you can, not just for lap time, but for battling with other riders and making passes. This is really important, and it's an area which I struggled this year.
Last year I really requested more power because right now it's one of the hardest areas to pass is on the straight for us, and we have that. We have some extra power.
The new engine have a different increased RPM, and also in terms of power, we are looking to make a step forward because this always helps.
This new aerodynamic package, you try to achieve both aspects. Of course, the drag on the straight line must be as minimum as possible to increase the top speed, and of course create the correct amount of downforce in any type of corner. And that's not an easy challenge, but Kawasaki did an impressive job.
In racing, you cannot get conclusions in one day, you need time. You have to build the package, you have to build the speed with the rider with the new package, and it's just a matter of time.
I feel we have a bike in the garage now that we can go through and tick each box and get ready for the first round. And everyone starts from zero, and it's going to be a very tough task. Every year it has some new challenge from somewhere, a bike, a machine, a rider, a team, whatever. And this year will be no different. You see it as a a new and harder challenge. It certainly doesn't get easier, but you just never know. You know, I never expected the last 2 seasons to go the way they did, and this year, I think in Superbike right now you got to expect the unexpected. There's a lot of riders in satellite teams that are fast, a lot of factory riders in factory teams that can win races. Last year there was 7 winners, yeah. So that's impressive, you know, for a production-based championship. Manufacturers in the mix, so we just got to be consistent and be there and do our job. And if we do that, I'm sure we can be fighting till the end. I think the main threat will come from Ducati, inside the Ducati box. Whether that's the satellite bike of Chaz or the factory bikes of Rinaldi and Redding, you know, you never know. You know, it needs to settle in. But last year Scott proved himself to be really fast. Chaz at times as well, Rinaldi, also Toprak. You know, I could go on now and name you 10 riders, so that's why I say it's really hard to pinpoint one. So yeah, it's Superbike racing, you know, anything can happen.
Yeah, really excited for 2021. Obviously 2020 was a shortened season, but yeah, this season I've got a lot more experience. I know what to expect from the green machine, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting started. I had an issue with my shoulder in the winter, but it's feeling good now, so I'm just looking forward to testing with the new bike and getting everything in place to start the season. Target is to be challenging every weekend, do the best I can every weekend, and yeah, win some more races, get on the podium and see where we are at the end of the championship.
It's a new bike with a few different configurations we need to work with and try to find the best balance to give to Johnny and Alex a good bike, and they fight for winning. So basically this is the point. 6-7 small changes can make a big change. So at the end, with this new model, Kawasaki adapt a little bit more than mass production to the championship rules to provide a mass production bike more competitive. From what we have been doing last test and the riders' comments and everything, we feel the potential is much higher than last year, so we are working on how to make it the more perfect possible.
My target is improve my style race after race for sure, and it's so close in my head is a jump in the podium for sure, but keep calm and just enjoy for the moment and improve race after race.
At the moment my expectative is understand the team, understand the bike, understand the category, and after I check, but at the moment I don't have expectative.
The goal is a bit quite difficult because I only have done one race and we don't know how is it going, but the fact the first year is to take a lot of experience, enjoy everything and continue to improve every time to be in the point will be really good.
The level of the championship is very high. I want step by step increase, and the target is top 10 is or points is a good target.
We're very excited to start this year with the new M1000RR, a model which has some ingredients to step up here in World Superbike. It's been a long, hard winter, but it's a very nice base. We've worked a lot on the bike, specified a lot of the parts new, and on top of that we have 2 satellite teams which will support us in the further development on our way to the top. It is a considerable step. We have titanium conrods, we have 2 ring pistons, we have a higher RPM, so these ingredients definitely help us to improve the engine power, which we've done considerably over winter. And it's good to see here that we clearly close the gap to the top in terms of power. Furthermore, we have the winglets, an aerodynamic advantage, which helps us with the stability of the bike and also the anti-wheelie function. Definitely the target that we aim for the first wins. We are step by step on our way to the top, so the goal is definitely to be more on the podium and get the first couple of wins under the belt.
The M1000RR is a new package to us. You know, we're very familiar with the chassis, but we've got a new improved electronics, a new improved engine power plant, which is a good step forward for us. We know we lacked there last year. Swing arms are new to us, and we've changed a few other components. Wheels are a new supplier, so you know it's quite a lot of new stuff to work with. We expect to be on the podium. I mean, that's a given. You know, I'm always careful of making bold predictions. Of course, I always say if we can challenge for the podium, then that wins in sight. And you know, we need to deliver. And Mark Bongers and myself are under a lot of pressure to make sure we take the team forward. And we feel we've ringed the changes. We've ticked the boxes, and we now need to just push on that bit more and be ready for Aragon round 1.
My ambition is to win another World Championship on another with another manufacturer. Obviously, when I first joined this project, it was because of BMW and SMR. It's a great combination, great manufacturer, great infrastructure, and we just needed time. Of course, at some stage, the target is to win that World Championship. So obviously, there's a lot of competition, and I'm not. I'm not kind of blind to that, so we'll keep working, but I'd like to start winning some races and being able to be more consistent on the podium. It's still early days for Michael on the bike. You know, he's still got things to learn, but I'm sure he'll find his feet very, very fast, and obviously, hopefully not too fast, give me a bit of chance, but no, we'll see. Good balance inside the garage, and so far so good.
This feeling was good. Always the last, couple of tens is difficult to find, and after so many years on one bike, it's not easy to change. Also, the riding style I have to adapt sometimes, and that's always difficult. And it depends also on the track and how you feel on the bike that day. There's a lot of work to do, and we want to get up to speed as soon as possible. And our goal is with this whole project to fight for a world championship. But first, we need to get to the podium and improve the whole package. So. It's difficult to really say, what my expectations are. It's just we want to fight for podiums as soon as possible.
I finally found myself in a better situation, and I set myself a new goal, which is the Superbike World Championship, and I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to be here with BMW and my team, and yeah, we will fully push, and I'm completely ready.
I want to be on the podium in 2021. Last year was so tough. I had a pole position, was the highlight, but in terms of race results, it wasn't quite possible to be there. So I want to be back up at the sharp end, and sure it would be nice to stand in the top step.
Same also I feel it especially a lot in the T8.
You know, very experienced rider, and maybe I need more years, and I'm always learning. This year I think we are fighting, but now I speak, I don't know, because season not start, and we will see in the season.
For me, the important point is to improve every session and to improve every race. This is for me my idea, and I think that in the final of the season we can do very well. Now I'm still focused for to understand everything, to work with the guys to make the good setup on the bike. But I'm sure that we arrive. I think we arrive all good in the first race.
It's an increasing challenge for Yamaha's engineers to extract more performance, and they've done a great job over the winter, finding within the regulations slightly better aerodynamic performance, slightly better engine performance, better braking performance, and everything's being tweaked all the time. So really incredibly positive work by the dedicated group of engineers in Milan, and with additional support from Yamaha in Japan. Whether it's enough to beat the new Kawasaki and the Panigale, we'll see, but our plan is to get out there and do our best.
I just want to focus on me and focus on getting the best that I can out of myself and out of my Yamaha R1. I feel like if I focus on that and I keep the focus here and don't try to look out too far, then and just kind of focus on the process, that we'll be in a good place by the end of the season. So I mean, I definitely want to. I would definitely want to win a race for sure. That's something I didn't get to do last year, and I'm really fired up and motivated to try to get on the top step of the podium. So for sure, that's a goal that I have. Yamaha has given me such an amazing bike, and I know that I'll have the equipment to do the job, and I have an amazing team around me, the GRT team, and the same guys that I had last year, which were amazing, and did an amazing job. So I really feel like we have everything that we need to win races and to be a championship contender.
ガロフ選手が去年ルーキーとして参戦して、ここのカタルニア、あともう一つちょっと自分は忘れてしまいましたけど、2つ表彰台を獲得、3位の表彰台を獲得してたんで、やっぱ、自分もルーキーっていうのは一つの目標として、そこの去年達成、ガロフ選手が達成した、表彰台のこ の2つの表彰台が自分としてのまず目標だと思うので、まあ、正直メンツ的になかなかやっぱメンバーも速いメンバーがたくさんいっぱいいるので、まあ、簡単ではもちろんないですけど、自分もまずはそこの目標に向かって頑張りたいなと思ってます。
Yeah, but All-Star is magic, no? In Superbike, it's all those incredible years they've done on the past. So of course we are all excited. Francis and all the team is excited. So yeah, we'll try to build a big team around me and to make me comfortable and to make the best possible.
Now we have more experience, and with the data we collect during all the season, we had a request for HRC engineers. They had time during the winter to work on the request we did. Yeah, basically the bike is not very different, but we adjust many parameters like electronics or weight distribution of the bike. No, so at the end, if you see the change in the bike, is more inside the bike. HRC and me want to win, no, and it's our final target. I hope from here to the start of the season to make more progress and try to fight for the victory as soon as possible.
Me, we have to expect to be challenging for the podium. It's obviously a new project, and last year was not a normal full season, but already we was very close, and yeah, Alvaro make one podium already, so for me the expectation for 21 is to make the podium as much as possible. I think the capability of the new Honda for sure can win the World Championship. If we can put it all together in the short period and testing that we have, is what we have to do as a team, and we have to work it in this way.
Definitely made some progression this year with the bike for sure. There's been obviously last year with COVID situation and lockdown, been very difficult to make progress. You know, everything coming from Japan, it's not been an ideal situation for development, but for sure this year the time on track we've made some big progress. For sure there's a lot more to come as well. I think time on track for us is really crucial at this time. We had a lot of new parts over the winter come, so a lot of the time on track has been about understanding these parts, trying to then put the package together to actually go faster. There was quite a few upgrades, but a lot of it's sort of trial and error sort of thing, just to understand exactly we're in the right direction. And so far so good. Everything seems to be, you know, following the direction that the riders requested from last year. Obviously the goal for Honda is to win. I think we can expect to make a big jump in progress this year. The bike definitely is definitely a good step forward, and yeah, I think we can be battling for podiums and maybe some circuits hopefully for wins, but we will see where we end up. You know, the goal I said is obviously to win, but we will see where we finish.
Yeah, it was good test. Happy to be back on the bike after 4 months. So I really enjoyed to ride here in Barcelona, to know the team, to know my new bike. We have a lot of data and information. It was really important for us. We have some new things that we tried. So it was important for information, for where we have to work and what we have to improve. But overall it was good also to know the bike. It's my first time in a Honda, so I really enjoyed to work also with the team.
It's the priority for me is to do my best to win the championship this year. By all means, it's not going to be easy. I know that. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But I believe with the experience I gained last year, we should be in a situation where we can fight really until the end. Yeah, I feel confident. I feel relaxed. I feel pretty good. Same team, same guys around me. More or less the same bike, same tyres. It's the best way to start my second season here in World SBK.
I want to stay positive, but I want to be realistic. It's so difficult to achieve the goal